Hi there. Hi, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening. Just looking for my chat so I can get my chat up and running here. Forgot to tell everyone to sign in here. Joan. Uh-oh.
We
What's
can't
that?
see your pretty face.
Oh. How about that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's better. You have to angle just a little bit more to see your hair dropped on your head there.
There you
Perfect.
go.
Really good. All these contraptions we have at home. Yeah.
All right, I'll put in the chat to sign in, right?
Yes, please.
Everyone, please sign in.
Okay, I was going to start right in 1 minute because I got a lot to get in here tonight. So as long as you've got the minutes on the roll there, Chris, I think people can catch up through them later. Okay, I
You
guess.
mean the agenda? Do you mean the agenda?
No, when you do the minutes, they can catch up with what I said now.
Oh, okay, sure.
You can put them in. So hi to everybody. Thank you for being here. It's not quite 6. Hi, Norm. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks.
I'm glad you could make it. Thank you for taking the
Thanks for
time.
inviting me, yeah.
You're most welcome. I'll draw on your experience at some other time about voter registration. I just wanted everyone to know that Norm here was, famous in the Obama and registering more people to vote and got a big accolade from President Obama. So Norm's hot to trot on that. Yeah, he needs all the compliments. But he says, he's getting on now, and that was a while ago. And, that made me laugh. So there you go. We're all getting on, Norm.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Just so you
Okay.
know, Lucinda has joined. Lucinda's joined the group.
Hi, Lucinda. How are you? Sorry.
You're muted, Lucinda.
There, I did. I always do that once in every meeting. So,
Thank you, Lucinda, for joining us tonight.
Oh, I'm excited to be here. I really am. This is it's always exciting when we get a chair in place, and I just love being there for it. Especially when she's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do have a few announcements to make before we sort of get on to our speaker. But if someone could tell me when Carla Bristol actually gets on, so I know that she's arrived. She's our first speaker, but I just wanted to go through a few things that were kind of important. We did have our afternoon celebration tea on December the 8th, and people joined us for that and brought gifts and underwear and socks and stuff, and we took them all to the African American Museum, the Carter Woodson, and they sent a lovely thank you note to say thank you to all the people who donated to that, because we usually do that in District 70. So that was very nice, a nice letter of support and thank you. So thanks for all those who came, and thanks to all those who donated. They were very much appreciated. We are not in any municipal elections in District 70, but they are our county. So the municipal election phone bank will go into the chat. So you can help out if you can when you go in. It's pretty straightforward. I tried it, got it from Lacey. Lacey created it, and Lacey Hollins. And so that will be, and if it's not in there and you email me, I can send it to you, the link again, if you can't get it from the chat. Sometimes the chat link's a little bit iffy, but so there are municipal elections going in Bel Air Beaches and the Bluffs, Clearwater, Madeira Beach, Oldsmar, Reddington Beach, Redington Shore, St. Pete Beach and Tarpon. So there are a lot of people who need help with their, you know, getting elected in the Dems. It's really very important. So we're putting that phone bank in there. So if you can help, please do. We have two speakers tonight, one earlier and one a little later. One is Carla Bristol from the St. Pete Youth Farm, and she's going to tell us all about that, which is a very lovely young person's efforts to grow in lots of ways, including in food. So it's great. Our other one speaker is Jessica, who's at the Disabled Democrats Caucus, and she will speak about her post about how they're getting the registration people to get the vote and to get registered to vote and get out the vote, and she's going to speak about that. And the minutes, I just wanted to say, will be put into Slack, I do believe, Chris, and we need to get people up and running on Slack if you want to be on that. So for the District 70, it already exists. So you can actually get the minutes there after I'm posting. And we thought that would be a good way for people to see or catch up what went on in the meeting. So please, if you want to do the Slack, then, you know, Matt can help you out on that, matt@allen.org. I wanted to also just mention about the Ghosh report, and Ghosh created a report some months ago, and we never really revisited it. And it was about a reflective piece about your precinct. So it's, you know, we did send out a survey this, and thanks to Chris for getting that together, a survey on the issues that were important. And you know, it was a really good little survey, quite frankly. The top one was affordable housing. It was all about the issues that people, when they interact with their people, what was important. The second one was safety and voter rights protection, which came as both second. And the third was education and youth. And then on the global part of the survey, the top one was climate change, and the second one was the environmental concerns. So thank you to all those who participated. When we go into breakout, it will be about the issues, and if one person each breakout could write down some of the issues and put them in the chat afterwards. So we have a copy of them and we can add to them, because when we go out canvassing, it's good to know what issues people are thinking are important. So please contribute to your, I don't know, favorite issues, not sure, but yeah, whatever. Important issues is the word I'm looking for. So we're going to go to breakout, just for 2-minute breakout. Just that'll give everybody a chance to get into the meeting and up and running. And hopefully Carla will be here by then. And then we can go into our, hi Jaleesa. And then we'll go into our speaker. Okay, so let's go into breakout, Matt, for 2 minutes, if we may, and thinking issues, important issues.
All right, sending right to breakouts. We'll get 3 breakout rooms, so about 6 per.
Okay.
Even Carla. Carla, can you hear me? Miss Bristol, can you hear me? Can you hear me? How about now, Miss Bristol? Can you hear me at all?
I can hear you, Mayor.
All right, I think she's connecting now to audio. Miss Bristol, can you hear me? It's still showing you as muted. It just showed you connected to audio, but it still shows your mute button. Let me see if I can unmute you. I can only ask.
I unmuted myself.
Okay, good.
Hey
Hey,
guys,
just put everybody into breakout groups, but they should be coming back in over the next minute or so. So you should see everybody populate back into the room here momentarily.
no worries. Finally got a new phone today, and Zoom is my life. But this is my first Zoom call
All right.
since the date of the phone, so it's been a bit of a challenge, but it's okay.
Joan, just remember you're muted, but you see Mrs. Bristol has joined us.
Am I muted? Oh, gosh.
We can
Well,
hear you.
here I am. I'm back unmuted. Thank you. And Linda, I'll catch your issues later. Carla, thank you so much for being here and to talk to us about your, I don't know, I think it's probably one of many things that you do. Congratulations on your St. Pete Award, the Leadership Award that you got. That was wonderful. I know about that because Walter was involved in that some years ago. So that's great. Congratulations. So I'm sure there are lots of things that you could talk about, but what I said was about the same, the farm and what you're doing, and specifically about how you encourage people to register to vote through that, if possible, because that's our big goal, is to get voters registered, connected to vote by mail, and to get out the vote. So take it away, Carla. Thank you.
Hi there. Hi, everybody. Hopefully there's a lot of, old friends behind the other side of this Zoom. We're still Zooming away, as they say. So some of you know me from my political involvement, my social activism, my art gallery, and most recently, over the last 2.5 years, I've been involved with a program called the St. Pete Youth Farm. So you can also visit us at stpeteyouthfarm.org, but the program is essentially a youth-led initiative of the South St. Petersburg CRA. So predominantly the very area that District 70 is involved with. It's physically located behind Enoch Davis Center. So if you're ever at Enoch Davis and you see the mural wall there, on the other side of that wall, there's another mural, which is being worked on right now to be updated. But on the other side of that is 0.83 acres of land, or 6 lots that we actually started growing food on a year ago. So even though the program is 2.5 years old, we still needed time to do soil remediation, excavation, tree removals, etc., to gain access to the soil and the land. We do everything from composting, we're building beds. We're in the process of erecting a greenhouse, a 20 by 40 greenhouse, which we've had it since June of 2021, and it's now in the process of being built because we had to get some other stuff done. But we basically hire high school age teens that live in the South St. Petersburg CRA. So that's another language that also equals District 70. So the South St. Petersburg CRA is from 4th Street to 49th Street and roughly 2nd Avenue North down all the way to 30th Avenue South, which I call the Opportunity Zone. This program in particular was a result of the Walmart closing in 2017 and different people in the community coming together to think about how do we respond? And this was one of the responses, one of many, I'm sure, responses to that effort. We have only high school age teens, and the only requirement is, yes, you're high school age and you're living in the South St. Petersburg CRA. So you can go to school in Seminole and Tampa, wherever, it matters not. In order to get paid through this CRA initiative, you have to provide an address within the South St. Pete CRA. I will tell you, as a practice, all my youth that are 16 years of age, I require them to pre-register for voting. So that's one of the things that's unique about what we do. I really don't make it optional. We really help them understand that not just the hours that they're paid for, they're with me from 3:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, but those are paid hours, but I do require 2 hours of civic engagement, which would count for one of our community work days. This month we have 3 community work, well, 5, but three community work days, in that we just had one on Saturday, we had one on Monday, and we're having one at the last Saturday of this month. We encourage composting, but our young people, if you ever get a chance to get a hold of one of our brochures, what you'll experience on the back of that brochure is certainly a few young people that I took up to Tallahassee to advocate for this very work that we're doing now, and they were able to speak to the agriculture committee in Tallahassee. So it would make sense to most people who know me to know that the art life blurs with the farm life, blurs with the political life, blurs with the political activism. So the community is important to me. It's where I live. It was a choice to live in South St. Pete. I like the vibrations of South St. Pete, and I stay connected in that way. Do you have any questions, guys? If you have it, if you place a question, I'm not seeing it. So Joan, if there are any questions, or if anyone has any more questions concerning the youth farm or anything else, feel free to ask me.
I have a question.
Hello, madam.
Hi, how you doing?
Great.
So I participated in a community survey maybe a year ago about what the youth farm should grow. And part of that survey was asking if I would actually buy some food. So is there any movement on actually selling some of the food from the youth farm?
So we grew the food we grew last year. We pretty much did a pay what you can. We were able to go to the Collard Green Festival in May, and then we didn't have the kind of volume, but I would say for you, Linda, all you have to do is reach out to me. Right now, what we have is some peppers, not many peppers. We still have some broadleaf thyme. We've been harvesting a bunch of cassava, or some people call it yucca, purple potatoes. And what we do have, if anybody's interested in, we just shelled about, I would say about 30 pounds or somewhere in that neighborhood of pigeon peas. So I intentionally planted pigeon peas all along the fence line facing 12th Street. And most people said, like, are you crazy? Why would you plant it on the fence line? People are going to steal it. And that was my exact intention, was for people to recognize that there is in fact abundance. And if given, access and opportunity, I think, we all would have a lush green ability to have food right in our community. Thank you, Linda.
Good, nice. Do you grow any collards, by the way?
So we are growing. We got started a little late this year, but we do have collards in the ground. And we did over the weekend of the service weekend, we did start. We seeded more collards and kale and mustard, and then we have some field greens in the ground right now. The idea with us getting the greenhouse erected is so we can also have some of our lighter leafy greens with hydroponics, but we're still waiting for electricity to happen at the farm, which I'm hopeful will happen within the next, sooner rather than later, because the greenhouse will be erected within the next week and a half.
So how can we help your organization, which seems to be thriving, by the way? So what is it that we can do to support you?
So I would like everybody to know that when we have our work days, which is typically the last Saturday of the month, you can certainly come out And I don't want you to be afraid that coming out means that you're going to be tilling soil. The idea is all those pigeon peas that I was able to get, it's because we harvested the peas and we had tables full of people sitting, shelling them for us. So there's something at every work ability level for someone to do. So, but I need for you to actually come out and experience the farm for itself. And just even if you came there and sat and read a book, I'd be happy. So spend some time there. And I think whatever your gifts and talents are, you'll realize how best to contribute that to the work we're doing.
Well, that sounds great. Does anybody have any questions?
Carla,
Yes.
this is Norm Scott.
Hey.
I went by there today, trying to find out where can I meet up with you or someone at the farm in order to donate some bell pepper plants. I have about 100 bell pepper plants I need to get rid of. My garden is overproducing this year.
Do you have my direct phone number? For the record, everybody, my number is published everywhere. It's 727-565-3930. Call me, Norm, and I will make it work whatever time works for you. We're normally always at the farm with the youth between 3:30 and 5:30. But today, if you went out there other times, you would have seen one of a couple of things, either the artist I-bombs painting a mural. You would have seen some guys out there trying to correct the post holes that were dug.
Yes, I saw that, yeah. And I
Mhm.
also saw the pigeon peas along the fence line.
Yes. So that other
And it's
half,
peas.
you need some, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, let's trade. Let's trade.
Okay. So
Sounds
you want
good.
me to call you?
Call me tomorrow. And let's figure out how we help get those babies in the ground.
Can you give me that number again, please?
Sure. 727-565-3930. Thank you, Julie.
3930. Okay.
And then you guys could always go on we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. You can also go on our website. When you're on our website, the first thing that happens is you're offered the opportunity to sign up for our newsletter. We tend to publish a monthly newsletter. It talks about the things that we've done, definitely organizations that have partnered with us. So you guys could partner to just coordinate a volunteer day. And organizations have partnered, but in that newsletter, it's also what's coming up. So we have a work day at the end of this month. We have a work day in February, and so on and so forth. We also do the first and the third Friday of the month. We do an early morning work day as well. And we're starting our community compost effort. So I think that's another great way for everybody to get involved and feel like they're part of what's growing at the farm. It's just let's partner to bring us your compost individually. So small, many small portions make up one large bin. So we're encouraging people to bring their compost to us on the last Saturday of the month during our workday, 9 a.m. to noon. We do have a published document that tells you what we will compost and what we personally will not. So I think it's important to know that so that we don't contaminate our compost. And I'll send it to you, Joan, so you can share it with everybody.
That will be great. Thank you so much, Carla. I'll do that. Make sure that people get that info. And if you need it before you hear from me, you can contact me and I will send it to you. So, Carla, thank you so much for coming today. It was really very interesting. There's so much going on in our own little neighborhoods here. We've got to make sure that we invite everybody and share these great ideas. And thank you for keeping everybody healthy
Joan,
on vegetables.
Joan, one more thing, that's another way that might be an easy way for also District 70 to engage is we also do something called care bags. They're nothing more than brown paper bags that we put ready to eat non-perishable food in, and we distribute it throughout our city for the houseless population. What you guys could do as an organization is you can definitely get some brown paper bags. The key about the bags is that they're messaging on the outside of the bag. Keep in mind, we'll fold it twice. So put positive, impactful messages and drawings and put all the love that you can into those bags, because then that saves me time for preparing for the bags having to be written. And then we'll just worry about packing the bags with food. So we do have a pantry.
When do you do the bags? Is
All
that
the time.
ongoing?
All the time. This
Okay,
week,
all
we
right.
probably did over 150 bags this weekend that was distributed by multiple volunteers. So yeah, we're always doing that.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Carla.
Thank you.
Anybody got anything else? I think that's a lot. I think we need to, regroup and make sure everybody has this information and try and get something on their calendar to help in whatever way they can. Thank you, Carla, a million.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Carla.
Okay, that was great, wasn't it? I loved it. It's just so important to know what's going on. Right, okay, so now we have a few report backs. And I see Corey. Corey, can you start on this about the report back about what you're doing and also a little bit about feedback on the MLK, if you could?
Certainly. Well, thank you so much for having me, Joan. I appreciate it. It's good to see so many fellow Dems on the call. And I can personally attest to the work that Carla's doing over there at the Garden. It's an awesome opportunity to teach children urban agriculture, how to grow what you eat. But to answer your question, we are working. We have boots on the ground, and we are growing week by week. Our voter registration goal, you all, for the state of Florida is to register 150,000 new voters in the state by the election. And as you know, midterm elections will be here before you know it. The primaries are in August of this year. So we have to get going. We got to hit the ball rolling. And I'm asking for your support. Right now, our goal is about 150 voter registrations on average for Pinellas County alone, and that's weekly. So our weekly goal, again, is about 150 voter registration forms submitted to the Supervisor of Elections office, and to hire, on average, about 5 to 10 new canvassers each week. So we would love to see a team of about 20 to 25 canvassers out there working, covering Pinellas County. Right now, we only have about 7 or 8. Again, this is where you all come in, because maybe you don't want to go out and get paid working to register voters. I mean, that's what we should all be doing, is registering voters. But if you don't want to get paid to do that, then volunteer to do it. We do have shifts every week from 10 to 3:30. We have people out there covering from North Pinellas all the way down to South Pinellas. So maybe you're not in South St. Pete. Perhaps you want to cover your turf in Clearwater. As you know, they have a municipal election coming up. So we are really focusing our efforts on Clearwater. Voter registration deadline is Valentine's Day, y'all. So we need as many hands on deck as possible. Our Democrats who are on the ballot in Gulfport have been elected by default. So our focus has shifted from just Clearwater in Gulfport to primarily Clearwater. Of course, we still want to register voters here in St. Pete and wherever else we live, but the focus has to be on increasing the electorate in the city of Clearwater so that we can make sure that those great Democrats running out there get elected. Now, again, if you don't want to apply for this job, which is $15 an hour, up to 30 hours a week, a great job for someone who's retired, or maybe you have a niece or nephew or grandchild who's in college, this will be a great job for them because there's some flexibility there. Now, Chair Diaz is really put his money where his mouth is here, and he's making sure that we are paying people for the work that they are doing. So I am asking you to help us put good Democrats to work and fill these positions. So what I'm going to do is in the chat box, as soon as I finish speaking, I'm going to make sure that I drop the application link so that even if you all aren't interested in applying, perhaps you know someone who is interested or who would be a great candidate for this job. Again, if you wouldn't refer them, if you don't think they do a good job doing this, don't refer them. We are looking for people who are goal-oriented. If they have sales experience, that's a plus. But again, you do not have to be an active member of the Democratic Party, but obviously would like to encourage those folks to join our local party and to be part of our efforts. We are out there registering everyone. Unfortunately, we can't discriminate Democrat or Republican, but I'm happy to say at least 98% of the folks that we are registering have been Democrats, because again, we're hitting on those issues. I always tell people, make it about facts and not about feelings. If you talk about, and that's why I'm so glad we did this breakout session, y'all, because if you talk about issues that matter to folks, quality of life issues, chances are you can sway them to, if not update that voter registration, meaning that signature, because as you know, know the Republicans are purging the rolls, y'all, we can at least encourage them to, hey, maybe you're registered NPA. Let's convince you to change that to Democrat, because again, we have to hit on facts, not feelings. People care about making sure they can find somewhere affordable to live. People care about equal and accessible access to quality, affordable health care. People care about making sure that their child has a world-class quality education. So those are the issues that we have to connect to people on. But again, like I said, we are out there working and we need help hiring folks. So if you can, I have put the link to the application portal in the chat box. Share that with your connects. Maybe you have, some friends in your phone who you talk to that you know are Democratic activists here in Pinellas County. Shoot that out in a text message blast. Send out an email blast and let people know the party is hiring $15 an hour up to 30 hours a week. I'm happy to answer any questions that you all may have. So if you have any, I'm here to answer them.
Anybody have any questions?
I think I see our chair's hand. Madam Chair, how's it going?
It's going very well. Every Tuesday, I have a meeting with Corey's boss, Taylor Aguilera, about how things are going with the program. And she is constantly singing Corey's praises, that he is doing such a good job. She's got 5 counties that she works with, and Pinellas is just shining, she says. And she's so happy with the work that Corey and his canvassers are doing. And I would be encourage anyone who knows, especially a young person that is, good on their feet and wants to be out there registering voters and needs a job, that working with Corey apparently is a fun time. So if you just want to fill that application out or give it to somebody that you know, and let's start helping Corey build his army here.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And that's exactly what it is. It's an army, as you said, because we're fighting for our lives. We are in a political war right now, and we got to make sure that we flip Florida blue in 2022, y'all. We have congressional races, we have city council races, we have Senate seats, and we have the White House that's going to be on the forefront, and the gubernatorial mansion. So we have to make sure that we're not just planning for 22, but planning for 24 as well, because that'll be here before you know it. And as our Madam Chair has said, it's a lot of work, y'all, that goes into it. It's not easy, convincing people to register and vote. We're told no at least 1,000 times before we're told yes, but we keep going. We don't give up. I'm happy to report, and I don't know if you know this, Madam Chair, but we actually surpassed Hillsborough last week in voter registration. Our goal was to register 108 with the great help that we had at the MLK parade, the events at the MLK Center in Clearwater, also the Family Fun Day. We came short, y'all, by just 8 registrations. So we had over 100 new registrations submitted to the SOE's office last week. Our goal this week is 150, and that's even with the day off that we had on MLK, but we're going to meet that goal with your help. But again, we need your energy, we need your enthusiasm, and we need your experience, because Steve will tell you, they're out there covering the same turf as us, and there are some people who are already working for the party, but we want to make sure that we're working in tandem. We don't want to keep reinventing the wheel, because there's powers in number. You take all those fingers, all those canvassers that you have, all 5 of them, you put those canvassers together and you create one mighty fish, you can strike one mighty blow. And we want to blow the competition out of the water. And I see Hillsborough as competition, y'all. I love competition. And they have more canvassers over there than us. And they also have more Democrats over there than we do. But we still beat them last week, y'all, with registrations. Plus, they've been out there on the ground longer than we have. So Pinellas County has hit the ground running, but we can run faster and harder with your help.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Corey.
Thank you, Joan.
Thank you, really. And thanks for sending that data to me. That was great.
No problem. If I can help any other way, just let me know.
Okay. Let me see. I don't see, but maybe they're here, either Trevor or Dr. Sharon Jackson.
I didn't see it. Neither is joined as quite yet, Joan.
No?
No.
Okay. In that case, we're going to have to move on. Is Jessica here yet? Jessica is our speaker. Jessica Tomlinson.
No.
I didn't see her.
Yeah, she's
Not on the participant list yet.
Okay, so we've got, let me see. In that case, I just wanted, we're going for the vote later for the chair, but that's not till after the speaker. I wanted to leave it just a little bit later. But hey, Linda, I don't know whether you can hear me, but do you think you could check with Jessica if she's good? All right.
Yes,
Well,
Joan, I'll do that. I'll send her a text.
thank you. Yeah, because Jessica, they have a postcard project that they're going to share. Now, we've been in District 70 and actually Pinellas wide, the vote by mail card that's gone out, and we've been involved in that from our district, the District 70, and a lot of people have been volunteering their time for that, and it's going very well. And thank you to all of the people who've helped. If any of you would like to help, there are still a few more things to do. You pick them up from my stoop and then return them, and then we get them. And messenger audio. And then we strategically send them out. Hello?
I bet that's her.
No, this is Caprice. I don't know whether she's trying to get in or not.
Nope. Nope, nobody's in the waiting room.
No? Oh, okay, all right. Well, anyway, Jessica will be here soon, I'm sure, because she did tell me she had something going on and wouldn't be able to join till about 6:30. So she's kind of just around that time. So yes, so the postcard project is on, and Jessica was going to talk about the Disabled Caucus and their postcard project that they have, because there are about 3,000 disabled folk in Pinellas County who are unregistered presently, and so they're sending out a card specifically to them and getting them to try and join the Disabled Caucus, which she was going to address. So that's important. So please, if you're interested in the postcard, it's nice really, the postcard, sometimes it's just very therapeutic, just doing a little bit of writing, and kind of you can multitask with it. So that's good.
Joan,
all right, so where are we now?
Joan, if you need me to do more postcards, just set them out for me.
Okay, I'll get to you, Trish. Thank you very much. I will. I'll contact you tomorrow on that.
Sounds great.
Thank you. Well, I can't believe we've got time, because I thought this was going to be like, oh, we haven't got time to fit everybody in. But anyway, we did invite Trevor Mallory, who's a member of the Democratic Black Caucus, and for him to give us an update on that. Maybe next time we can get that. And Dr. Sharon Jackson is the Diversity and Inclusion. She's on the Diversity and Inclusion Committee, and I wanted an update on that. So I don't know where they are. Very busy, I'm sure. Does anybody have any questions or anything about so far, updates or anything else?
Can we have Matt talk about Facebook and Slack, Joni, real quick?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay.
Matt, can you tell us about our Facebook page and our updates on that? I still got some more pictures to send, but and communication in general, including the other thing I've talked about for the minutes, Slack. Yeah, great.
Gotcha. I'm going to try and share my screen real quick just so people can see. There we go. All right. So can everybody see my desktop with a big castle in the background?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so I just want to show you. So this is just my management page here. So as we discussed last time, we've rebranded the District 70 Democrat page. So from this point here, I just want to make sure this is what our emblem looks like. This is what our background looks like. So that way you understand this is ours. And it's the new one. We'll clear out the old one here as soon as we can. The way that we hope this will work is, and Joan has been sending me stuff, and let me hit the back page. So here's like some of the posts that we put up here from some events that Joan was able to send back some images for. To start off with, we're going to try and kind of keep tight control over this, but at any time that you are doing something that you think is interesting, that is showing engagement out in the community, please email me those photos or text me. I'll take both any which way that you send it to me. And maybe if you get a little blurb, District 70 Dems are helping in this event or something like that. and any verbiage as well that you want me to include, please send to myself or Joan or Christy, any of the elected central here, me being the primary, so that way we can review it and post it and get it up as soon as we can. I've been kind of shoddy on the fast part, but I'll get better. So, but yeah, we want to get as much videos and pictures of you doing these things, going to the youth farm, going out canvassing, because we want to make sure that people know that they want to come and join us, because we're an active group of people. Nobody wants to join a bunch of just fuddy-duddies sitting around. So please feel free. If it's really quick and easy nowadays. If you're just on your phone and you're doing something interesting and you're seeing people doing out there, engaging with the community, please don't hesitate to send me a photo, all right, and just a little blurb, and I'll try to get it on there. The other point I just want to draw, please follow. I don't know if you can see my cursor here. Right now, there's only 2 people following. So especially if you're elected, please find this page. I put the link into the chat. Go there, follow it, and then you can also, kind of start driving our numbers up there. I know it's brand new, so, but besides that. Slack, I'm not as prepared to talk about. If you need access, drop me an email, and I can schedule time with you to, each individually, people who are joining who don't understand or have trouble with Slack, send me an email as well, and we'll coordinate a time, and then I'll discuss it with you one-on-one. And so that way get you comfortable with that system. So Slack, for people who don't know, it is a sharing utility online to where you're able to coordinate a group of people. So it's different threads or conversations of different topics and different ways to share files and things like that. So it's a nice place to gather online for administrative type things. So if you think that you're going to want to be part of that, and you don't know how to create your account, send me an email and I'll help you walk through that.
Great. Trish, maybe you could take a picture of you doing some postcards and send it to Matt and say you were involved in the postcard push for vote by mail. I mean, that would be good, because that's what we're trying to do, is to register people to vote and to make sure they vote by mail and get out the vote. So,
Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Everything we do is good to put it out there.
Thank you, Matt.
Yep.
Okay, so I think Linda said that Jessica will be here shortly. Is there anything else that anybody wants to say or ask questions or clarify?
Hey, Joan,
Yeah.
can I take a minute about the survey?
Yeah, please do. Go.
So I sent the survey to 157 people and I got 17 responses. Everybody really spent good time on it. So I just thought, give me your ideas on how you think we could continue to build our constituency and their responsiveness. Because Joan and I were trying really to reach people. Steve and Joan and Lisa and we've called our people, we've sent emails. We're trying really to get people to respond to us. But as you can see, it's a little bit on the lean side. So
But I think if we keep doing it, I think we'll get better as we, get more and more people involved in the meeting. I think we'll sort of move forward. So,
yeah. And that's one of the reasons we want to put some material on Slack as opposed to emails, because we're trying to be very cognizant to not bombard you with lots of emails from us, because we know you get a lot. That's all. Thank you.
But I liked the issues, and I liked us, finding information. So it's very simple. It doesn't take long. So we'll be doing the surveys for other things in the future. But if you could respond, and everyone here probably did, but it would be great, because, we need that. Julia, do you want to speak?
I think I filled out the survey you're talking about, but I was wondering if you have the link to it that you can pop in the chat so I can double check.
Oh, okay. Yep, I will.
Joan, this is Norma.
Hi, Norma.
I just want to say that I'm not getting the things that you're talking about sending out. Chris was talking about, she sent out this survey. It never came to me.
Well,
Just
you
like
know,
tonight, the meeting minutes didn't come to me.
I
And
know.
you may be sending them in a form that I'm not getting. So that could be the same with other people.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
not either. This is Kathy Douglas. I'm getting nothing.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to check, like Norma, your email was incorrect and I changed your email today. So maybe that was partly the problem. And Kathy, I'd have to double check your email too and make sure, but I'll check them tomorrow and get back to you. And I apologize for that. But we do need to make sure that all the emails are, current. So I'll do that tomorrow and check and get with Chris and make sure that she changes her list because we have the same list and
I heard her say something about Slack. And when I talked with you before, you asked me about Slack. I have no idea what you're talking about. So I have no idea how or when this was started. Well, anyway, that's my complaint.
Okay, well, Slack is like an internal kind of forum for the Democrats in District 70, and you can have different forums for different people. Different districts can have them more, but it's kind of like it's a private way of communicating together, and it's pretty good. But maybe we need to do some training on it as opposed to just assuming people need it. I think that begs the whole question about training and making sure that people are up to date with which way we want to proceed forward on, So I think next month I'll explain a little bit about the Slack. So thank you for pointing that out, Norma. All right. So Linda, sorry, did you say that she'll be here soon?
Jessica's in the room. She joined.
Oh, great. All right, Miss Jessica, welcome. Thank you for being here. Miss Jessica is in the Disabled Caucus, the Democratic Disabled Caucus in Pinellas, and they are new but strong. I don't know how new, but very vibrant. I attended their meeting last week and it was great. And so Jessica is coming to tell us a little bit about what's going on and how they're getting the vote out and registering people to vote and the postcards. So, and anything else you want to talk about, Jessica.
Thank you so much. I'm very honored that you invited me to speak at your meeting. So the Pinellas County Disability Caucus is fairly new. We are one of the handful of identity-based caucuses with the Pinellas Democratic Party and the larger party structure. So we got certified by the state level as a caucus in August or September of last year. And we had our first official meeting in July of 2021. So we're fairly new, but we are picking up steam. So anyone who either has a disability or has a friend or family member with a disability, or who maybe just wants to learn more about the issues faced by people with disability, or anyone who's just curious and wants to be a part of what we do, anyone is welcome, especially allies. What we've been up to so far after we got certified, we've had a few guest speakers at some of our meetings. We had a disability activist lawyer speak to us. We have had several of the St. Petersburg mayoral candidates attend sort of a mini candidate forum for our caucus on Zoom, and we asked them to share some of their platform, and then we also asked them questions about disability related issues. So hopefully it would get the thought process started that there are lots of things to think about, and we are definitely a very large voting bloc that they would be wise to consider in their campaign platform, which brings me to one of our large missions is to involve people with disabilities in the political process and to make voting as accessible as possible. So we are in favor of things that make it easier to vote, and we're definitely all the way behind the voting rights legislation that they are trying to pass at a federal level if the Senate ever gets its derriere in gear to hopefully make it easier for everyone to vote from the national level on down. That's a civil rights issue. That's a social justice issue. It's a disability issue. It's all of our issue. So to that end, we have started a postcard campaign. And the goal of this campaign is to reach homeowners or home residents who have a disability-related property tax exemption, who are not registered to vote, and send them a postcard and encourage them how important their voice is and how easy it is to register to vote. So our goal is to kick this off and get it moving fairly quickly so that we can have most of the postcards completed by April or May. So when they start going out, people will have plenty of time to think about what the easiest way for them to vote would be, way far ahead of our 2022 election season. So when people are, so we're going to need a couple types of volunteers for the postcard campaign. We will need a lot of people to probably not only write addresses on the postcards, but also apply stamps to the postcards and add a personal handwritten message that's about a sentence or so that says something like, your voice and your vote are really important, or it's so easy to register to vote, or something along the line of every voice matters. So something personal, something handwritten, something rather general that's not about a particular candidate necessarily. So we want to get people generally excited that their voice matters for this election cycle. We might also need people to allow their porches to be used as drop-off locations. So if we put maybe 20 packs of cards, then some people who live in a given area can come to that particular porch and pick up a pack of cards for themselves to work on. Drivers are a little bit in short supply in our caucus right now because different people have different needs and different abilities, and actually most of us don't drive. The drivers are kind of in the minority in our caucus. So we would also greatly benefit from people to deliver packets of postcards to people who want to work on writing the postcards but may not be able to drive. So Julia St. Ange, or I'm sorry, Judith St. Ange is our logistics coordinator who is taking a tally of all of the volunteers and is helping Linda tabulate our lists of who our most important people are to be targeting at this time. So she would also be the one who is going to be delegating a lot of the tasks to the volunteers who wish to do that particular task. So I can open it up if anybody would like to ask questions about our caucus. I can give some contact information if you're interested in being a member of our Disability Caucus. Again, all are welcome. The email address is pinellasdisability @gmail.com. That is our caucus email address. We also have a Facebook page, Pinellas Democratic Disability Caucus. We have a member, illustrious member, who's taken on the role of keeping our social media up to date with relevant posts from around the interwebs that relate to disability, and also our caucus events, putting our events up there. So any questions anyone has about the Disability Caucus?
Jessica, this is Linda. I put your contact information and the due structure in the chat for everybody to see.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. I'm on my phone tonight and it's a little harder to do that.
Okay, and I also put some, Judy St. Ange, her email, she'd be coordinating the volunteers. So her email's in there and also her phone number. And one of the digits is missing, but down I've corrected it. It's 334. Oh gosh, is that right? Yeah. Anyways, just so that all that information is in there, and I will be in touch with everybody and get when, the card, are the cards actually ready, Jessica?
I know that we were still deciding what the best route would be to go in printing them. We're deciding to get the printing from a company or from a contact we have at the state level.
Okay, so you can let me know when they're ready, and I can let everybody else know. Is
Well,
that okay?
Okay.
The cards will be ready probably by next week.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, they're all designed. And we're just waiting budget approval right now.
Okay.
So we still got the District 70 ones. We can finish them off, and by the time we finish them off, we can roll in and help with that. I'm sure there's lots of others in the Pinellas wide, Lucinda, to help with too. So I'll speak to you about that, because, I've got like a team of volunteers who do the postcards, and, it's good to keep the momentum going. I just wanted also to say that I said disabled when really it should have been the Disability Caucus, and I think that words matter. And so please forgive me for my ignorance, and I'm here to correct myself. So we call it the Disability Caucus, or people with disabilities. So are there any other questions for Jessica? And Jessica, thank you so much. I know you're very busy, working full time and all.
Yeah, and I'm just sorry
yeah.
I had to work late tonight and had to zip in at the last minute here. And my computer monitor looks like it took a little bit of a hiatus. So anyway, I'm glad I was able to make it work. And I just wanted to thank all of you for all of your hard work and offer to help us. That's very generous of you to offer to collaborate and help us with our project here.
Good. Thank you, Jessica. Right. At that point, guys, I think thank you, Jessica. I will be in touch with you, okay, about how we can proceed forward on that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
It was lovely. Lovely indeed. Okay, I think we need to move on to our vote before, I don't know whether we can, Julia. I don't know whether we have enough people or what, but the vote for chair is on tonight. So Chris, you need to say something, and Julia does.
Okay. Well, I'd like to propose Joan Carfora to be our District 70 chair.
Second, Steve Johnson.
I'd like to second that as well.
All right.
I'll third it.
Fourth.
Jules, can we proceed with this? Because can I hand it over to Matt or what?
Yeah, go for it. Your membership looks accurate. You need to ask if there are any other nominees.
Okay, Matt, I'll let you do that, I think.
Thank you, everybody. I'll take the floor for the moment. I'm going to move to move this meeting to a point to where we will elect our new chair, since Miss Christy Faust is no longer in that position. Miss Joan Carfora is the one name that I know of at this time who has placed herself into contention. Are there any other members of the caucus this evening who want to be considered for this position? Not hearing any. I would like to move this to a voice vote. Do I have a second?
Second, Steve Johnson.
Steve Johnson is second. Because Ms. Joan Carfora is now currently running unopposed, we would be doing this by affirmation. So all those who are in favor of Joan Carfora moving from the interim position to the full-time position as the District 70 chair, say aye.
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 Aye. Are there anybody against? Hearing none, I move that Joan Carfora has been affirmed by voice affirmation, and she is now our full-time elected chair.
Woo-hoo.
All right. Raise the roof.
Congratulations, Joan.
Yay.
Thank you,
So
Joan.
excited.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joan.
Is there a victory speech? It's a long, hard-fought campaign, so there should be a victory speech.
I sent out this week all about the things that we wanted, what we were working on, what we want to do, and how we can move forward. But the big goal is voter registration and connecting that to vote by mail and getting out the vote, and that comes from Lucinda and the district wide. And we will do lots of other things, but that's always the main goal of what we're trying to do in District 70. We've got to register more people. We've got to help Corey, and not just Corey, everybody who's involved in registering people to vote, to get the vote out, because it's absolutely crucial that we get back ahead of the Republicans. I know they've got more money than us, but we've got more determination. We've got to keep it blue, and I'm very excited, and I'm here to make sure that I do that as much as I possibly can. So thank you for your vote and your support, and I will be in touch with all the ways you can help volunteer in order to get out that vote.
You got it. All right.
All right, Julie, did we miss anything, or are we good?
You're good.
All right.
Oh,
Congratulations, Joan.
thank you so much. I'm so excited. It was a busy day, a busy day, but I feel like this is becoming a full-time job for me, and it's okay because, I've decided that it's a serious, and I need to, put in the time. But, if I ask you to do something it's okay for you to say no if you're too busy sometimes, but I will be asking you. I just want to get it out there so that you know what we're doing, who's doing what all over the district, and how we can support people. And please remember the municipal elections that are going on. I'd really like to get some of the candidates from up there who are standing. You need your help in the upcoming. We're not in it in District 70 in the municipals, but they need help. We've got to get Dems out up north and beyond, but everywhere, got to keep it blue, blue, blue.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I agree.
Anybody want to ask any other questions? Oh, Lucinda, sorry. Do you want to say something here? Please.
I would like to say something. I would like to say how excited and happy I am for District 70, and how excited and happy I am to have Joan join our team officially. She's been working like she's been doing it forever, and she's a joy to work with. We had a meeting this afternoon at the South County office, and it was just delightful, and I think we got a lot of work done. You guys are in for a treat working with her, and I could not be happier tonight.
All right. Wonderful.
Okay, thank you so much, Lucinda, for coming. We are being recorded. It's important that that we keep tabs on what we do in our meetings, because you can always look at the recordings and you can always get to see the chat. If you need any kind of information about any of the speakers or any of the contacts or whatever, if you're not getting any of the minutes or whatever it is, you need to let us know. The idea is to get as many people involved in many different ways according to your strengths as possible. So thank you so much. I'm 2 minutes over, but I think you'll forgive me. Anybody, any final comments?
Congrats.
Thank you, Joan. We love you.
Thank you, Joan.
Congratulations.
I'm going to have a glass of wine now. Thank you very much.
You deserve it.
It's wine now. As we get into this in 2022, it'll be like margaritas and then just whatever.
Jaleesa, it's so nice to see you, my dear. I'll be in touch with you soon.
Likewise, Joan. Congratulations.
Chelsea, nice to see you. Everybody, it's great. Thank you. Matt, thank you for your super duper, skills over there. And Julia for being fabulous as always and keeping us on the straight and narrow, as they say in London. Okay. Take it easy, kitty winks. Ci vediamo.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Thanks. Bye.